video that nobody asked for, but I'm going to make it anyways. As an Arkham fan, my thoughts on Suicide Squad to kill the Justice League. Alright, let's get the basics out of the way. The first and obvious thing is, everybody's pissed because it is a co-op looter-shooter. I personally don't mind the co-op aspect. I have similar gripes that everybody else has about the game, but I don't think it looks bad. The concept is amazing. I don't know about the execution because... As an Arkham fan, I at first was not a fan of the concept, but it took some while to get used to. Also, I did get in an argument with somebody about this, but I don't think the idea of the game, it doesn't look really that bad. Because I've looked at Sunset Overdrive and other stuff. It doesn't look like Marvel's Avengers. I don't know why people keep saying that shit. I think everybody who compares it to that needs a major bonk on the head. Because honestly, as someone who played Marvel's Avengers, yeah, it's not. Also, this game looks a little bit better than Marvel's Avengers, and it has some cool concepts for villains and stuff that Avengers did not do. So let's get this out of the way. I want to go on a minor rant for a second, so hold on. Partially this is fueled by an argument I had, so give me just a minute. Okay, first off, do people keep comparing this to Marvel's Avengers? They're so wrong on so many levels. Let me point out something. As someone who played Marvel's Avengers, that game basically decided to force a very linear gameplay loop of a Destiny style onto superheroes. So you're basically forcing shooter mechanics onto superhero mechanics. This is actually a shooter. It will behave like a shooter, which is kind of its in design, compared to Avengers, which with linear levels, crappy level design, very small, and repeating tasks. And it did not have an open world. This game actually does. And it only had 3.5 fucking bosses! I'm sorry, but if people want to compare it to Gotham Knights, okay, I could see a bit of an argument there. But Avengers, shut up. Fucking shut up! Because the problem with that argument is that Marvel's Avengers was a superhero game, but the gameplay mechanics were forced in shooter and online the co-op mechanics. Well, the co-op was a cool aspect until you realized that the gameplay was forcing a shooter's mechanics onto superheroes, which was not ideal. It made it very linear and very stupid to play. So when we get that argument out of the way, what are my thoughts? First off, I don't think the game looks bad. I think the execution of what they've been up to has been up for debate until the game actually comes out. Because, yeah, things look kind of not as good. Perfect example with Guardians of the Galaxy, like I said in my argument. Basically, that game, a lot of people had a very negative reaction to the trailers. A lot of yes, the gameplay wasn't very good, fair argument, but the story was amazing. And with this game, with the Justice League, yeah, we do want to play as the Justice League. I had a kind of a similar reaction, similar to Angry Joe, with Superman not getting a Superman game or not getting a Justice League game. Yeah, I was kind of pissed. But the thing is, I don't think the game is terrible. You have a lot of these channels that are going on a whim of how terrible it looks or blah, 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 and kind of playing on hate. I don't think a shooter, it's a shooter, but I don't think it's a looter shooter. Here's the problem with that thing. The concept of a looter shooter. A looter shooter is basically getting constant gear and constant upgrading like Destiny and like Avengers. Do you guys remember that? That was constantly getting these little things. With this, yeah, you have shields, but I have not seen a single little gear thing. Yeah, maybe for weapons, but really, debatable. I'm sorry. But that argument has gotten so old. Now, I will say with some of the designs for some of the characters, like Flash, Batman, Green Lantern, some are very hit or miss. And I can understand the visual style is very jarring and very bright. But if the crappiest argument that I heard, well, it's not as dark and gritty as Batman. No fucking shit! That's Batman! Have you seen the movies? Have you seen them? Have you watched Batman the Animated Series? It is literally dark, just like the comics. No shit! But with this, it's a lot brighter, and it takes place in Metropolis, the shining utopia that is based around Superman. Do I wish we could have gotten a Superman game? Fuck yes! But with Batman being as amazing as he is, of course he makes an appearance. It does suck. Now, this is something that I will go on a little tangent about. I am not happy with is that Rocksteady can, or WB, if this game doesn't do well, they can take out this game offline at any point. And the problem with this game having to be online always, that is a crucial miss thing for me. Because if I buy this game, I want to play it. And if they can shut it off at any point, that is my money down the drain. So that is kind of a big boo-boo in my eyes. Now, do I think gameplay-wise, some of the mechanics and its traversal-wise, yes, the characters, this is another argument people keep saying, oh, they all look the same. Okay. Gun-wise, yes, but here's the thing. Each character uses a certain type of gun. If anyone was paying attention in the gameplay thing, they said, and I quote, with Captain Boomerang, he uses shotguns, machine rifles, or whatever. So he's locked behind certain guns. Ding, 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 ding. So his gun roster is completely different to Harley Quinn or King Shark or fucking Deadshot. So the argument that, yes, their gunplay feels the same, I'm sorry, well, have you played Call of Duty? Have you played it? Most of the games feel the same, or the guns. So in concept, looter shooters aren't bad. That's another thing that people keep trying to throw out. If you don't like looter shooters, that's perfectly fine. But everybody has a different taste. And the gameplay, some of it has things of a looter shooter, which isn't bad. But the thing is, it's more of a shooter with story elements than anything else. Also, this game has something that Avengers didn't have, Gotham Knights squandered, and every way, an open world. Yes, the enemy variety could be kind of better, but we haven't seen all of it, and also boss fights. Now, this is going to be a brief tangent now I want to get into. My thoughts on boss fights. Okay, if we're fighting the entirety of the Justice League, I'm hoping that they're good. I'm really hoping we're getting a good boss fights in this game, the way that Arkham Knight couldn't do. Also, I would like to point out with the idea of the battle pass and stuff, you do not have to buy into that stuff. It is a choice. I kind of am tired of hearing the major complaints of the battle pass and stuff like that. There are games that are not co-op or shooters that make more money. Fortnite is one of the prime examples, and Roblox and Minecraft, and I don't know, Capcom has done it with Resident Evil, and so many different things. It is not an original concept. Oh boy. So when I don't want to prejudge this game the way everybody else is, okay, we're going to watch a trailer and immediately bash it. It's not a bad game. I'm not looking to sit here and want a review copy, or, like, if anyone who says anything, like, here's something that really pisses me off. Somebody said at one point, I don't know who it was, that anyone who says this game looks good, blah, 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 you're just a shill. I'm sorry. I'm just as normal as you guys. I have some similar complaints. But I'm not going to lie when I say, yeah, it does look pretty good. It does look fun. It looks a lot more fun to play with my friends than Gotham Knights was. or Avengers, I think the game looks pretty fun to play and have fun with. The Justice League looks fun to fight, and it might be in a very interesting game. We did hear Brainiac. I wonder if we'll get some other villains. Now, do I wish we could have gotten a Superman game? Yeah, hell yeah. I would love a Superman game. But, I think, if anything, having them kill off the Justice League, if it actually they do, I don't know. And I think boss fight wise, we might actually, this is something nobody is bringing up, we could actually play as Wonder Woman in this game, fighting a certain superhero. And I think nobody has actually thought about that, did they? No! So, when I bring that up, we could actually play as a certain superhero in this game. So, yeah. Also, if I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I don't think the game looks bad. I think, yeah, I do have some complaints that this is Kevin Conroy's last game, and you're squandering it with the online loot, the stuff. Like, yeah, I can understand some of this stuff, but I don't think it classifies as a looter shooter compared to Avengers or stuff. I think that if with this game, it feels more like Sunset Overdrive or some other stuff, but it's not bad. I think it could use a lot more work and refining of a concept, but it's not a bad concept. And I think traversal wise, having each character play differently, like with Harley Quinn being more like a trapeze type acrobatist and stuff, and having her swing from a drone, and Deadshot having a jetpack, which you have to kind of be like similar to Iron Man, which, yeah, okay, first Avengers comparison, but and King Shark being more jumping based, and Captain Boomerang being more super fast and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. Each character has a different traversal style. And I think each character could play differently. I think they could have different guns. I wish, they do in a way, but they don't. I think my honest thoughts is I want to wait till the game comes out and I actually put my hands on it to give more of a thought on it. Because if you go on with blind hate just from trailers and stuff, nothing looks good when it first comes out. I'm sorry. The original pre-build for Marvel's Spider-Man 1, it was kind of hit or miss in some areas. Same with Marvel Spider-Man 2 with the original Lizard build. A lot of people had some problems with it, which was fixed in the main game, and stuff like that. So, I don't want to prejudge it. I think it could be good. It has some good concepts, but I'd rather wait and give my honest thoughts when it comes out.